What's good, YouTube? Fair Kings coming back at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 video. Today we're going to react to EricRayweather. He put out some content earlier today. Really nice video. He kind of lets the sounds of the stadium play to your emotions and everything else. You're going to sit there and listen to the crowd hype. The introduction, he goes into a small intro, watches the teams come out, then he just lets the video play and lets you kind of watch and enjoy. So I'm going to react to this first time watching the video. O-Dog from Operation Sports notified me I was ready to drop some other content from Good Game Bros as far as Dynasty. And he said, no, he said, you need to show this. So trying to give a couple guys a chance to jump in here. But we're gonna actually watch and sit back and enjoy this this video that Eric just released. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, and we'll take it from there. I mean, I don't know where this is gonna go and what all goes into it, but you know, there's got a lot of potential, that's for sure.
The first full official gameplay of College Football 25 is here. Now, this video is presented by the EA Creator Network, as they did allow me to capture this early footage, and it was captured on an earlier build of the game, so it is technically a work in progress, and some small things can change. You'll also see a watermark on the screen. There was nothing we could do about that because we were playing a beta. Now, I'm not going to talk through the rest of the video. I want you to listen to literally every detail, all the announcers, the band songs, the sound bites, all the crowd chants. I want you to hear sounds like this.
And still in the first. Let's see if someone can get the...
I want you to pay attention to the studio updates, what happens at the end of quarters, at halftime. And there's like 3 or 4 licensed songs in this video as well. You're going to get pretty much everything you can out of this gameplay. So if you want to know everything presentation and gameplay wise that this game has to offer, watch this full video and make sure to subscribe, because I got more videos
make sure you guys
today
check out
and tomorrow.
Eric's site.
Welcome everyone to
Listen to this.
Nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here.
Listen to the crowd. I mean, that is amazing. Listen to how loud the crowd is. And I know that they took some of the sound effects directly from ESPN and some of the feedback in games.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ohio
Here we go, Mo Bamba.
offense will take the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys.
I hear you, O-Dog.
To get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry,
Number 3 stadium pulse, at least at this time, in the early build of the game.
those will kill you. And you gotta come
Running straight halfback dive, try to get that crowd to quiet down a little bit.
Straight for the next 200 miles.
I can't avoid these guys. We'll sit there and get to them as soon as we can.
know that the fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a mid-season showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And that play shows you
Listen to the
really what
crowd.
this defense is about. It's a difficult one.
We've got 2nd and long.
One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested.
Swing
in
pass,
how
missed
do you
it.
mix up the
Going
play
deep,
call?
going to be
How
knocked
do you
down.
keep the defense off
Great
balance?
play by the safety coming over top.
Right through his hand. They came out
3rd and long.
and wanted to impose their will.
You can't see nothing as far as the routes are concerned. You better be dialed in and know what you're supposed to be doing and where you're going with the ball here.
On 3rd
He has
and
A.
long, you'll need to push it
Wow,
downfield.
down the seam and missed it. Throws a bad ball.
To him as he throws. He took a hit.
You hear the lion in the background after that 3rd down.
4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will call on their punt.
3 and out.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So Penn State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball,
You know, I've watched
he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to
I watched Penn State play now twice. I watched Bordeaux use them against Donovan Edwards and just got smacked. And then I watched that gameplay that
That's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback.
LeBron had earlier today. I'm not impressed by Penn State at all. I'm not impressed by them at all. They've been pretty much stagnant on offense. They don't have that unique game breaker that can really make you worry about. I mean, they got a decent defense, but they have shown and been exposed. And I sit there and say that, and sure enough, this guy catches the slant and takes it to the house. So that's like one of the first times I've seen anyone from Penn State that actually made something happen. This guy catches a slant or a skinny post, bang 8, and takes it to the house. Listen to the background. I'm going to turn this up. I mean, Harrison Wallace. I hate that. This guy goes for a little reach tackle, and he gets off balance. Denzel Burke can't get over there. I mean, he's trying. He has a pursuit angle, but Denzel can't get over and make the tackle. If you guys are watching, thanks for joining us. Make sure that you guys hit like and subscribe. Comment down below. Join the chat. We can go back and forth on dialogue and conversation. I am going to live stream again tonight from 8 to 10 when we have a nice run. Nice run. Tonight, 8 to 10, you've got Mike Vick playing Tim Tebow. So I'm going to live stream that and have some reaction and some dialogue back and forth with the chat. I've had a lot of guys ask me to come in and do that, so I am going to. I didn't plan on doing this right now. I was going to actually do a Good Game Bro breakdown, and because I'm intrigued by Dynasty, obviously. Do we know if we can change the camera on kicks? I don't think so, O-Dog. I don't believe we can. He throws a check down, nice play. They're running right now. Ohio State's in the pistol 2x2 set. That's picked. That's a bad ball. I mean, he didn't even read this. He just threw the ball to the flats. He knew he was going to the out. Predetermined that pre-snap. Throws a terrible ball. Now we've got trips left. Tight end's offset. He's not on the line here. Why? I mean, I'm seeing things different. I'm seeing that guy coming down the hash, and as he hits that left hash, the ball should be out his hand. We got 3x1 again. We get a swing pass here. Halfback Will. He's going to run a Texas route. This wide open. Get down. Just in previous gameplay, we've seen that guy catch the ball like that and actually get smacked and fumble. So these guys do take these big hits. I hear you, O-Dog. I'm going to probably doing a couple things. I'm going to jump into University of Louisville Dynasty. I think that everyone's kind of convinced me from conversations. I'll get into that one just so I can get an idea before I go into my actual online Dynasty. I want to know what it's like to recruit. We see a guy go down with an injury here. But I'm also going to jump into a 1 or 2 star Dynasty. Take it in. I gets hit at the goal line. Don't make it in. I'm going to do some probably head-to-head games. Me and my son, Joaquin White. That's his username. Maybe depending on which one of my guys actually picks up the game early, I'll probably play them. They just don't want to show too much because they know we're going to be ultra competitive in our Dynasty League, so they don't want to show too much, I'm sure. OH.
Physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you.
Listen to the Ohio State crowd, though. This is on the road.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the upright.
There's a lot of people. A lot of people that are struggling with. Let me skip this. God dog me. They're struggling with the kicking meter, the new kicking meter.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Fresno State is
We'll put a link down in the comments, O-Dog, so if anyone does want to go watch your rivalry games, we can kind of do that. So I don't have to do that. I can focus on just my my Louisville dynasty and whatever else I'm doing. Maybe you can put out the content for the rivalry games. That'd be pretty cool. People bouncing back and forth between the channels. Penn State comes out here with 2 tight ends and a pistol look. Not going anywhere. You're not going to run against this line. Now, what?
This is one of the best defenses.
Is your boy on the game here? Oh, dog, you would know this. That is it. JT, that big time defensive end who's a first-round pick. I don't think at this point in time that he had actually signed his NIL package yet. I don't know. I know Jack Sawyer's on here.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong, and then can combine.
I've got YouTube Premium. I got to just make sure I log in and I'm utilizing that. I've got it.
He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man.
2x2 here.
Great job getting that.
Quarterback going to keep it.
Getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball.
This is Henderson at running back, right? I don't think that's Judkins.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can
Now Judkins is in. Judkins is number 1.
really give you a shot of momentum.
Now we got trips left.
On third and long, he has to throw for it.
And being that's not a bunch set, you know, if you're playing match, if you're playing match, cover 4 match, you're using palms there in that situation. You're going to line up in nickel over, nickel strong, whatever it is, and run palms as opposed to running quarters defense. So just be aware. I mean, if you're, yeah, it's Henderson. If they're in a bunch, is the meta, of course, you're going to be in quarters. But if they're in a true trips, you're going to be cover 4 palms right here. So you just have to know with all the different formation types, that's a tough, it's going to be picked. Throws the ball late, off the ricochet, and this guy might get out the back end. Interception. Is Henderson number 1? I thought that was Judkins. Well, look, I mean, okay. I just thought I was trying to read. I mean, my eyes getting worse in my old age here. Nelson with the pick. Bakari Nelson.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something
It's nice to see that tackle pull out on that lead.
Nice job by the defender. You could tell.
Had it tight end over there.
He was going to put a hit on him to make sure
You can see the screen as you saw the guard and the center and the guard both get out there and block. We're going to get a block in the back, I believe. That's going to be awesome. They call block in the back here. That is awesome. Please. Block in the back. Let's go.
That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown.
He still gets a first down, though. So that was pretty sweet. I mean, this guy made the first down yardage. Goes back. Oh, my God. He just got dropped on his neck. Williams there in the huddle. It's nice that we get to see that cutscene with the defense lined up.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he found plenty of running room.
Nick Singleton, 4 carries, 20 yards. And you hear that lion roar every time they get a first down.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much. Very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into
RPO. You got the numbers game. I mean, if they're not going to sit there and walk out that back or bring a safety up, now they're in turbo. They're going to hurry up and run the play. Running back, nice addition to the game. The running back and the slot receiver, number 3, were both looking to their sideline, trying to get the signal in.
Quick handoff.
Denzel Burke makes the stop. Good tackle by number 10 for Ohio State.
Down here in the red zone, they're going to have to step up big time.
This kid's got 2 touches. I mean, this is the first time. I mean, I'm being honest. I thought Penn State's booty. I mean, I'm sitting there watching them. It's like they don't have a playmaker one. But this kid here now, this number 6 has scored 2 touchdowns and actually showed me something. So I guess you just have to be able to use your personnel correctly. Yeah, 1,000%, O-Dog. I do not like the University of Kentucky. I don't care if we're playing them in checkers. We better beat them, without a doubt. We better line up and we better beat Kentucky at anything that we do. I don't care if it's football, basketball, baseball, women's basketball, underwater basket weaving, the polo team, whatever they do. University of Louisville better beat Kentucky. Yeah, hold on. So, O-Dog, I'm going to stop it. So I was 1,000% right, and I can't say that very often because, I mean, I'm married, so I've accepted the fact that I'm never right. I mean, I've always got to tell my wife that she's right. But look here in the backfield, okay? So you're going to see why, okay? His number 32, it's going to have underneath his name, that's Henderson. So Judkins is going to be number 1, at least in this game, at this point. And Henderson, Travion Henderson, is number 32. So, you know, back to regular schedule program. I just had to stop that and pause it to be like. Nice pass here. He feathered the ball out there, gets the guy, throws it where he can catch it. Look at this. Did you see this on a sideline? Hold on, man. After this guy catches the ball in this cutscene to the sideline, watch the sideline. They're holding up the signs for the next play. Look at this. You got coaches over here, or, you know, GAs and stuff like that. They're holding up the sign that has, you know, different emojis and stuff like that. The level of realism. I mean, they're still holding them up right now. The defensive guys have their signs up so the players can look over to the sideline to see the next call. Nice move. Now, I mean, I don't know, you know, being an Ohio State fan, and I'm going to pause it before it goes into it. Let me have my little rant. My, you know, this is my platform. I can say what I want. You don't like it, turn it off. You know, when you're playing in Big Ten, thank God we're not playing Michigan because they'd have someone on your sideline looking at your signs and all that stuff. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. They can sit there and, I mean, thank God in the ACC we put, you know, the microphones in the helmets so we don't have to worry about someone stealing our signs and all that like they do at Michigan up there. You know, they can sit there and say what they want, suspend the coach. At the end of the day, they should never been in playoffs. They cheated to the nth degree and still got rewarded for it. Anyway, touchdown, Ohio State, OH.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country.
Smith with the touchdown.
They've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters.
Yeah, they scan so much stuff. If you watch some of those videos earlier this week, they took that LiDAR machine and were scanning everything and anything. They were scanning a pair of Jordans. And it would take them weeks to do that in the past. It would actually take weeks. And now they can do this in 15 minutes and have a great level of detail. They've scanned the coolers. You see that. They've scanned the kicking nets. The level of detail in the kicking nets is amazing. The pylons, you know, the numbers on the sideline, all of that stuff. Now, what does this? I know we're watching gameplay, but I've got to pause it. So, in the comments up here in the upper left, it says shading underneath will turn flats into hard flats and curls into quarter flats. Shading over the top will turn flats into cloud flats and curls into curl flats. So that's just, it's giving you tips throughout the game. We've had that for years, but I'm just, anytime I see stuff like that pop up, and right now I'm not playing the game, I want to see that.
But he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offense.
Because I just sit there and scan through that real fast. He moved the safety down in the box, though. I mean, he's 6 yards off the field. He had the running back in man coverage there. They were cover 0. Right now, he's in a cover 3 shell. Let's see if they're going to bail. Yep. Everyone gets out, and actually they move the. You got the strong safety standing on the
You'll have to turn it loose.
first down marker, 20 yards. They're going to let him throw the ball underneath and then rally up and make a tackle. I mean, that's what you do. You give up 7 yards there, but whatever. I mean,
First down marker. First down.
calls the timeout. Listen to the stadium.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand.
Get out of bounds.
Got it behind the line. It's Judkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Judkins. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
DB does an
I hear you, J-Dot.
job here on the deep pass.
Good thing is, man, y'all don't have Harbaugh anymore.
No PI.
You got Sharon Moore. You got a former University of Louisville player on that staff, coaching defense. Greg Scruggs, who was formerly at like Minnesota, I believe, or Wisconsin. He was at Wisconsin. Now he's coaching D-line at Michigan.
As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand. I know you got your favorites. You're going to look out there and you're like, yeah, he's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But
I wish, as a former coach for 20 years, that I could have
double coverage is probably not the avenue
dressed up in
that I want to
another
go
team's
tackle.
colors and went and stood on the sideline and looked at all the play calls. That'd have been nice to sit there and see all the poster boards and know exactly what everything meant, who was the live coach, and what the signals were. That'd been great. If I could have went to one of our rivals and sat on our sideline while they were playing someone else, that'd been spectacular.
Throws toward the end zone.
Touchdown.
And he's got it.
Remember, in college football, you only need to get 1 foot in, so that's a tutty.
And I just love the
Nice ball.
execution by this offense.
Throws it with
Late
touch.
in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing
The
game up.
O-Dog, I mean,
Keep this
the
lead.
NCAA has lost all leverage in all this. I mean, with the lawsuits that have happened and the lawsuits they lost, the last team that's actually been punished was the University of Louisville when they stripped our national championship. You know, you can do some other wild stuff, but yeah, allegedly. I mean, University of Louisville allegedly had strippers in the dorm rooms, and yet we still got. We had to take down our banner. We had to forfeit all those games. Coach Pitino lost all his wins. Allegedly. That was allegedly. And there were some ugly girls. And the players who ratted on us didn't even come to University of Louisville, so we didn't benefit from it. Allegedly. We didn't win games because of it. Allegedly. See how that worked? Allegedly, North Carolina had classes that their players didn't have to show up to and got A's. But because they did it for everybody, it was equal. So the football players and the regular students didn't have to go to class. They all got A's.
This rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half.
So allegedly, Michigan had a coach in a polo for another team on their sideline with videos of it. Allegedly.
Kick it away to crank up the second half.
And I give them grief, man. I mean, they were the best team. They could have actually lost. I mean, Alabama gave them all they wanted, had them on the ropes. But Michigan, you got to tip their hat to them. They came out last year and were the best team in college football. And he did it his way. Look at this pick six.
And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how about the
Yeah, the NCAA has no logic. There's nothing. They lost it when they started paying these players just to play football and basketball.
points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together.
They used to sit there and tell a guy you couldn't have,
Just got to keep
$3 extra to go to McDonald's to get a Happy Meal. And they would suspend guys. And you'd have a 6 or 8 game suspension, sometimes for the whole year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football.
If there was consistency with the NCAA, it wouldn't be so bad. But
Has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but
so you hear in the background, we're getting feedback from the sideline reporter telling us about scores at other games from the studio. That's pretty sweet.
And how about that one, Kevin?
Now they're in that
Keeping an eye
2
on
deep shell.
everything going on elsewhere.
They're playing
Takes
2
the
deep, man
handoff
under.
against Singleton. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass.
3 by 1.
Great job slipping the run in there.
He's got him
Running
beat.
back now.
He beat him.
Brings it in down the left side.
He's probably, look at this.
Just trucks through it. Touchdown.
This is not a Penn State that we've seen
Once he found open space, the man
with other people playing with him. Bordeaux being one, not throwing shades at Bordeaux, but he struggled with them. And then LeBron James played earlier today. And even though he won the first 2 games that he played with Ohio State, and won easy. He played with Colorado and won easy. But whenever he used Penn State, he couldn't move the ball at all. So it's nice to actually see that Penn State does have some weapons on the outside on both sides. So
the extra point cuts the lead to 7.
J-Dot, I'm not actually playing. This is EricRayweather, who's in the EA Creator Network.
Getting some heat.
Those guys were either filming the games in mid-May when they invited all the content creators down to Orlando, or it was last week. I think this is video footage from last week because myself, I went down to Orlando. I went to EA Studios, but I'm under embargo. I've got an NDA. I can't talk about my time. But I was told when I was there 3 weeks ago, Friday, that we wish you'd have been here in 2 weeks from now. So I knew that this event was coming up. I knew these guys were all going to be able to film. Unfortunately, I took my vacation because I had some time off from work that I had to have before July 1st because we were starting a new customer. So I had to get out of the office and spend some time. So I didn't get to create, be a part of the Creator Network. So Good Game Bro put out information earlier, put out a video. We've seen Bordeaux put out a video. Now we've got EricRayweather. So yeah, these guys all played. This is earlier copies of the game though. This is not a retail version. This is not after the game went gold. This is not the final game that we're playing right now. This is a beta, which is why you see that name up there says eCity88. That watermark, just like when you play the beta for Madden, it's always up there just to make sure that no one's filming the game and then releasing it early. They know if you do, they know who did it. They can identify it, and then they can ban you from EA. I mean, they'll take away your ability to even play the game. They'll ban you permanently. That's why we sign these NDAs. You can't talk about it until your date is approved. So I'm allowed to do any reaction I want to other content creators. In this situation, EricRayweather's putting out information, so I can talk about this video footage that I'm observing right now. So J-Dot, it's 6 o'clock, and I probably want to get off here by then. Ben Hallmiller's going to be talking about Dynasty Mode, and really and truly, I might wait and watch that later. But I really want to watch that. So he's one of the game developers. He's going to be talking about Dynasty. And then tonight from 8 to 10, Michael Vick is going to play Tim Tebow in this game. So I've got to look into it and find out if that's going to be a video that you're going to post on YouTube or if they're actually going to do that on Twitch TV. LeBron James posted earlier. They played at 1 o'clock. And that feed was pretty garbage. I mean, so I just sat here and tried to improve the video quality on this one, pumped up to 1080. So anyway, this game is so gorgeous. No, dog, you made great observations. Looking at the folding chairs on the sideline, which when the teams come off the field, offense and defense go over. They circle up over there. They sit down in those folding chairs. You've got the play call guys over here. Now, the only thing I wish is that for Ohio State, instead of having those same blue, polos like they're at Penn State, the home team, these guys actually ought to have a green, a yellow, a red, something different which identifies them, but not the home team's colors. But it is what it is. I mean, it's just a small attention to detail. You can't ask for everything. I mean, the fact they still have guys over holding up signs is still spectacular. But when you're, if you want that real level of authenticity, what usually happens is even though Ohio State's red and white and gray, scarlet, whatever you want to say, usually the guys who are over are quarterbacks and they're wearing skivvies or else they've got a different color shirt on. If it's a green shirt, yellow shirt, whatever. What's going on, Ashley? So again, I mean, I'm blown away. So for the last 3 days, I've had people join us from England. Last 2 nights, actually, I've done some live streaming. I've had some people joining in and watching this from Australia. It's amazing the people that are interested in this game, that follow college football. But yeah, this game is fire. I mean, I'm so happy and so pleased that after 11-year absence that we're able to finally have college football. And for me personally, we're now less than 2 days away from having access to this game. So Monday, July 15th, they're lined up for a field goal. Let's see how this checks out. It's a computer, so it's probably going to nail this. He blocked it. He blocked it. He blocked it. So like I was saying, on Monday, July 15th at 4 p.m., people are going to start having access to the game. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a wide release and everyone's going to have the same action at the same time, because what EA is always afraid of is that if they say, okay, everyone can play the game at 4 o'clock, is that everyone's going to jump on the game at 4 o'clock, and it's going to overload the servers, and the servers are going to crash, and then everyone's going to be mad and aggravated. Thank you, O-Dog. 1 day, 22 hours, and less than 28 minutes now. We're less than 48 hours away, guys. Less than 48 hours. Pull it. Quarterback should have pulled it. You watching that linebacker. Me, as I'm reading this, I'm looking at the second level if I'm running that option. Looking at my key. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I believe they're going to stagger it. Now, did you all see this? I'm going to see if maybe I can rewind that. So, okay, as I pause this, what I'm having you look at here is 4 of the 5 receivers have icons over their head. You know, the slot receiver on the left has Y. You know that that's going to be the Y button. Slot receiver from the right that's working from right to left, he's got an A, which hasn't popped up yet. They're not ready. They haven't got further enough into their route. 17 on the right, who's on about the 41-yard line, he's got a B. The running back has an RB. But what I'm going to address and point out here is that this left receiver has a question mark over his head. Now, in previous games, when you played, you wouldn't know what the icon was. You know, there'd be a question mark. The stadium would be rocking, and your icons would be shaking. The routes are shaking. But you always knew once the ball was snapped, what's my guy's, icon? What's it going to be? I'm going to throw, instead of a question mark, it's going to identify with an X. Once the ball snapped, you were able still to see who you're throwing to. Now, you might be full-blown panic mode before the play and be like, I don't know what button that is. What button corresponds to this? But anyway, the point is know what your routes are. Know what your route combinations are. So in this situation, the guy on the left who actually has an ability, you don't know. I mean, you have to go into the pre-play and know that my guy on the left side is going to run an out route or corner route or comeback route, whatever it is. That's X. You know that you got to push it. So game plays out. He's throwing the ball over here to this receiver, and he's in the blue on the meter. So, he's not full-blown, so it's going to be a good ball, which, one of the developers was talking about, they like to throw the ball in the medium. Not to overthrow the ball, but to feather the ball and, get it in there and make those nice catches. You're going to make a secure catch on the sideline. But that was just my point. I mean, I'm just showing you that, you're not going to be able to identify some guys, and you're going to have receivers coming across your face, and you won't even know what the receiving icon is. See the receivers looking to the sideline? I mean, they're looking to the Penn State sideline. That is awesome.
Unloads to the wideout.
Nice ball, placed it below his knees.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He's going to pass.
That's all right. Give it up.
Quickly complete. Gets away from
Keep him in bounds. Clock's going to keep running. Oh, look at this. I'm going to let this play his first time. Now it's just the trailer, but it's still nice to see an advertisement here from EA.
300 yards. That's That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are
Yeah, big game. I've seen those as well. I've got an Xbox myself, but I have seen those skins for the PS5, for the console itself, as well as controllers. I was talking to a guy at Custom Controllers who does controllers for celebrities and stuff like that. And he did stuff for the Usos as far as WWE is concerned. And me and him were trying to collaborate and get something done as far as the controllers, but I wasn't going to sit there and get a controller I wasn't going to receive until November. So we'll probably try to get something together for next year and collaborate and probably get together. But I definitely want a custom controller for myself on the Xbox. Listen to this. Mo Bamba.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down for this offense. On the ground, it's Henderson. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
We got press coverage over here on the right. If this guy beats the press, you can throw the ball over top, and he's got him. B's wide open. I saw this pre-play. That, buddy, this guy was in press, and he got the release, and it's gone. It's like I can sit there and see in the future. Touchdown right from the get-go. I just sit there and read it. Good play.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is the first time that I've seen it. This is a coaching challenge. Penn State Nittany Lions challenging the spot of the ball, whether or not this guy gets into the end zone. This is the first time that I've seen this in gameplay. Is he down? Knee down? Where's the ball at? We don't have a great angle, so I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm in the booth or I've got a great angle, but it's worth it. I mean, they're trying to take a touchdown off the board, but at this point of the game,
he was right. The previous play will be overturned.
Yeah, I mean, they have to try to get a stop or a turnover or strip, but he's going to score the next play. And that's Judkins.
With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. That one will put a little
Henderson,
distance.
Trayvon Henderson touchdown. Yeah, it's Henderson, 32.
But you just snatched away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. On second down, he'll let it fly.
Denzel Burke with the tackle. They're in turbo, so it means hurry up. They're going to get up to the line of snap as quickly as possible. Spike the ball, probably. Yeah, there's a spike.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone.
What's this kid got? 3 touchdowns?
Touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions.
Harrison Wallace. I know we're going to stop the onside kick, but I just want to bring that back.
Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a...
So Harrison Wallace, 6 catches for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the flip side, Smith from Ohio State, which is a freshman, 3 catches, 163 and 2 touchdowns. Boy, they're putting them some yards out there on the perimeter for sure. 6 catches, 138 and 3 touchdowns. Wallace came to work today. Brought his lunch bell. Let's see if they get the onside kick. I highly doubt it. I've seen some weird bounces on onsides though. They covered. This game's over. Take a knee. Hey, I want to introduce this play. So this is for my Miami fans from the 305. That is called quarterback kneel. I know it's not in your playbook. It cost you last year against Georgia Tech. This is what you're doing when you're winning a game and you don't have to run and play. You tell your quarterback and your players to get in victory formation, and you're going to take a knee. That's just another subtle jab at Miami. Kneel the ball.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared.
Look at that. It gives you the summary. Ohio State, Penn State rivalry. Ohio State series wins 26 now.
Were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Will Howard, 386 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 64%.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team.
That dude dove. He had no
Rivalry
chance of making a
State,
tackle.
This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Now, if you want more college football 25 gameplay, make sure to check out this other video right here on the screen.
So anyway, that is EricRayweather. Check him out, guys. Instagram. He's on Twitter for sure. TikTok at EricRayweather. Go check out and subscribe to his page. This guy has been putting out content. Him and Matt Brown's been doing great stuff for the college football series when this game was away. I mean, they were giving us information nonstop and keeping us up to date on the progress of this game and everything like that. So I'm very excited about it, without a doubt. The fact that we have a chance now to play college football after the game being absent for so long, so many years, and that we have this opportunity now finally to be blessed that we're going to be able to play the game. I'm sitting there moving some stuff around to try to at least make myself a little bit larger here in the picture. But yeah, I mean, this is spectacular. The fact that we have this game right around the corner, I'm more than tickled. We're less than 48 hours away. I think O-Dog said we're about 46 hours. So this is really, really good. I'll be back on. I'm going to jump off here and actually probably get something to eat, sit down, watch Ben Hallmiller do his video, deep dive in Dynasty. Might get some more feedback from them. He's one of the game developers. In fact, Ben, for anyone who doesn't know, new to the college football series, it used to be called NCAA football. Before that, it was Bill Walsh initially. Then it became College Football USA with whatever year it was. Then it evolved and became known as EA Sports NCAA football. Now it's been rebranded after an 11-year absence. But Ben Hallmiller's been the game developer since like 2005, maybe 2004. And he's had a vision for this game as it's continued to improve and evolve. And even when they shut down the game, he didn't know that initially. They built the game, and when you do these games, as soon as the game goes gold in June, because the games always come out in July, the game will go. They start working on the next video game in July for the next cycle. So they have a staff who's going to do some, minor updates and stuff like that. But for the most part, the developers who are working on the next game are not doing anything. You've got a team and staff who's working on some patches and stuff like that, but they're looking at their focus is for next year. And Ben had already made some plans on what they needed to do to improve on NCAA 14, which was Dynasty. They knew that they had kind of dropped the ball. I mean, they added some new things in Dynasty, but we didn't get the reaction from the community. I mean, that we anticipated. Football, the gaming was awesome. I mean, it was flat out, it was great. I mean, people are still playing the revamped series 11 years later. I mean, I watched some stuff on, Twitter that people physically buried the game, and they're playing, taps and the bugle and stuff like that as they bury the game, which is great content. It's funny. This game's got 11 years out of people. I mean, they've got their money's worth out of this game. So anyway, that's enough for now. If you guys want to come back later tonight, I'm going to live stream. I'll probably jump on here about 7:50, but I'm going to go live at 8 o'clock and watch Mike Vick play Tim Tebow. with their early access. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to have the volume turned up. We'll see how how those two interact. If it goes south really quick, we'll mute them, and then I'll just sit there and talk over it, and I'll give you guys my feedback on everything. How long do I believe the honeymoon period with this game? Buddy, I'll be in honeymoon mode for 3 months. Because of the newness. I'm going to keep playing with different teams, and everything's going to be fresh. God, I might, I've got to get everything in before November 1st, because for me personally, my number one customer is FedEx Ground and UPS. So I'll be playing this game all the way up until peak season starts, and then I'll probably just have to disappear. I mean, I'll try to put out some little content in November, December, but my schedule becomes hectic as hell. I mean, I start working 20-hour days. So, I want to try to get as much play in this game as I can for August, September, October. So probably about 4 months of nonstop gameplay. Then I'm going to have to dial it back in November and December. And then as soon as Christmas is over, once we stop handing out those packages for FedEx, loading those trucks, I'll be back on here late December, and I'll play up until next year's release. So, I mean, the honeymoon period for me is never going to end. I love college football. This is my primary focus. I mean, I'll play Madden and Ultimate Team, but pretty much this is what I'm going to do. So, enough for now. Let me go grab something to eat, grab something to drink, and I will be back later tonight. If you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below, hit like, hit subscribe, all those good things. But other than that, man, Fairdale Kings, and I'm out.